just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here we don't just dream, we make history. This
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
You just have to get their feet here on the pavement and be. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
You must be boring.
this is a magical place.
All you have to do is just have
The opportunities I've had, the people I've met, I couldn't have imagined a better college experience. The professor gets to know you really quickly. I know that people know who I am and that they care about me. With the opportunities I have here, I'm going to be able to succeed. Now I just feel like I can do anything. I don't know, just the opportunities I've had, the people I've met, I couldn't have imagined a better college experience. The professor gets to know you really quickly. I know that people know who I am and that they care about me. With the opportunities I have here, I'm going to be able to succeed. Now I just feel like I can do anything. I don't know.
It's time now for the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. From the smallest towns to the biggest cities, watch the Iowa girl compete for the title of state champion. CISN.TV's coverage of the state tournament is presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers. Also brought to you by the Iowa Pork Producers, Shields, Fairway Foods, Buena Vista University, the Better Business Bureau. Now let's go courtside at Wells Fargo Arena in downtown Des Moines for state tournament basketball.
Hello everyone, I'm Joe Danielson. Alongside me here is Jackie Sapp, and we are ready to bring you this Class 2A quarterfinal matchup between the 5-seed Grundy Center and the 4-seed Iowa City Regina. Welcome to CISN.TV, the #1 social streaming platform dedicated exclusively to local Iowa sports. CISN.TV. Today's game is coming to you by Mid-American Energy, Iowa's high school on the Iowa High School Girls Sports Network. Thank you for tuning in today, as we'll be providing live coverage of all of the quarterfinal and semifinal games of this 2018 Iowa High School Girls State Tournament. And today we're having a nice matchup between Iowa City Regina and Grundy Center Spartans. And we're going to go to Jackie here for a quick pregame preview.
Well, right now, I think we're waiting to find out if Iowa City Regina is going to have their key player, Reese, play. It doesn't look like she's dressed out, and that's a big impact because she has a double-double with average of 15 points and 10 rebounds. They come in with a record of 21-4. They play in a tough conference. One of their losses came from Iowa City High, which was a 5A school. And then on the other side, you have Grundy Center, who comes in with a 22-1 record, and their one loss was to Ackley, Geneva, Wellsburg, Steamboat Rock, which also is here in the state tournament in Class 1A. They play two different leagues. One league is a 3A, 2A league, and the other one is more of a 1A, which would be the one that Grundy Center's in. So it's kind of, we don't have really a measuring stick of, the competition level just because of that. Iowa City Regina has been here since 1996, 2003, 13, 15, 16, 17, and now 18. So they've made a run in the last 5 out of 6 years. On the other hand, Grundy Center, they were here in 2004, 5, and 18. When they were a 6-on-6 school, they were here quite a bit. They had a strong program. Both schools have tradition in terms of being down here and being successful.
Yep, and you spoke on Regina. They're currently riding a 10-game win streak to end their season, and that's always good. And it's their 4th straight trip here, and they actually, talking about prestige, they've won their conference for 10 years in a row.
It's a long
and
time.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, Weiss, we're still waiting on confirmation if she's going to start for them. That's going to be an impact just due to, her factor and the stats she puts up. We mentioned that, and Regina's definitely going to have to look for somebody to step up and take her place. And as for Grundy Center, it's, as you said, their first time here in 13 years, so I'm sure the whole community is excited to see their team ready to play. And with that, I think we're going to take it to a break before we come back and listen to the starting lineups for both teams.
It's Iowa. And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the conventional, reimagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
invest $80 million in a decade to bring jobs to rural communities. When we provide nearly $500,000 in scholarships to young Iowans each year. When we invest in solutions that create opportunities and improve the quality of life for all Iowans. Alright, we're Iowa Farm Bureau, and we do these things because we're your neighbors, we're Iowans, and nothing feels better than seeing Iowa rising.
Gentlemen, welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa for tonight's 2018 IGHSAU Iowa Farm Bureau Girls State Basketball Quarterfinal matchup featuring the number 5 seed Grundy Center Spartans and the number 4 seed Iowa City Regina Regals. Fans, at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Grundy Center High School and Iowa City Regina High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Karen Brown from the IGHSAU will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Grundy Center High School, Nadine Van Houen. And from Iowa City Regina High School, Paige Bessler. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in tonight's quarterfinal matchup. First, the non-starters and assistant coaches for the number 5 seed Grundy Center Spartans. Number 11, Regan Zinkula. Number 23, Jessica Ayers. Number 25, Landry Luring. Number 31, Sarah Lindemann. Number 30, Chloe Johnson. Number 33, Cora Sock. Number 51, Leslie Holmeister. Number 53, Brittany Burrows. And number 55, Brianna Hildebradel. The assistant coaches for Grundy Center are Tiffany Sock and Danielle Schmidt. Now let's meet the non-starters and assistant coaches for the number 4 seed Iowa City Regina Regals. Number 15, Annie Gann. Number 20, Claire Grundy. Number 24, Maeve Dunn. Number 25, Madeline Hamilton. Number 30, Anna Martin. Number 32, Sarah Martin. Number 34, Alex Weiss. Number 40, Steph Steger. Number 42, Ellie Gann. And number 50, Katie Dunn. The assistant coaches for Iowa City Regina are Matt Haas, Bryce Mines, Mark Bessler, and Mary Halverson. And now, let's meet your starters for both teams. For Grundy Center, a 5'9" junior, number 13, Haley Wallace. And for Iowa City Regina, a 5'8" senior, number 2, Mary Compton. For Grundy Center, a 5'5" junior, number 15, Maddie McMartin. And for Iowa City Regina, a 5'10" senior, number 10, Alexa Lehman. For Grundy Center, a 5'5" junior, number 21, Sydney Matthews. And for Iowa City Regina, a 5'7" senior, number 14, Lauren Gardy. For Grundy Center, a 5'11" junior, number 35, Kylie Willis. And for Iowa City Regina, a 5'9" senior, number 22, Grayson Dumont. For Grundy Center, a 5'11" junior, number 43, Brooke Slater. And for Iowa City Regina, a 5'8" junior, number 23, Kennedy Wallace. The head coach for Grundy Center is Matt Lindeman, and the head coach for Iowa City Regina is Jeff Wallace. The officials for tonight's game are Keith Lehrman, Garrett Wirtz, Matt Scholl, and Gregory Henn. Welcome, Grundy Center and Iowa City Regina, to the 2018 Iowa Girls State Tournament.
All right, so we just went through the starting lineups and answered a couple questions we had there about Iowa City Regina's starting lineup. Alexa Lehman will be taking the place of Alex Weiss at the center position. And so that she'll have some pretty big shoes to fill with a double-double player. And we're going to look here for the tip-off as the Spartans take the court. Jumping for the Spartans will be Kylie Willis, a 5'11" forward. One thing about the Spartans team is they're all juniors, 5 juniors starting, so I can make a safe bet on you that they might be coming back here next year.
They look like they're could be fairly quick. They're lean and tall and lanky.
All right, Grundy Center controls the opening tip-off. Over to Nick Martin in the corner. Down low to Brooke Flatter, and a nice pass, but
that
just
was a great
too strong
pass.
off the glass.
Got to get a little of our nerves out here.
Yep, that's always the key in the first quarter of these games, in your first state tournament game, is to shake off some of the rust. Regina swings the ball around, and now Crompton drives to the basket, and just a little short. Will be out of bounds. Regina will control the ball underneath. Inbounds in the corner to Crompton for the quick three, and she hits it. And that's going to be a weapon. She's one of the premier shooters in 2A with a 45% clip from downtown. Grundy center answers back with the longer three from
It's maybe a
Wallace.
shoot contest.
Yep, an old-fashioned shootout.
The crowd will love that.
Here's Regina. Crompton passes to the right side over to Gone. And Mary Crompton again with another nice jumper.
We're seeing another game, full court pressure, active, quick.
Yep, quick hands from Crompton as she gets the steal and drives the lane. Lays it up off the glass, just a little too strong. We have a foul down low on Grundy center. We'll see who that's on here. 21, Sydney Matthews picks up her first.
Fouls on Grundy center number 21, Sydney Matthews. Her first, deep out number 1.
And there we go on the inbounds play. They find Kennedy Wallace for a short corner three. More pressure here from the Regals, and they get the steal. A nice answer there from Grundy center to force the ball out of bounds for a Regals inbound play here. Crompton will line up to inbound the ball. Top to guard. She surveys the defense. The Wallace and back to guard. Lehman lines up a three and it's a little strong off the back of the rim. Rebound Spartans. Haley Wallace now sets up her offense. Uses the double screen and swings the ball around. Sydney Matthews drives baseline. Boy, Brooke Flatter is just working hard in there, but they tried throwing it down into her in the triple team, and it got stolen.
Oh, that almost went in.
Yeah, Lauren Guard
I don't think
almost,
I've ever seen that before.
Yep, almost got that shooter's roll. There's Willis. Cross-court pass to the corner to Matthews. And a foul down low on Regina.
Iowa City, they are switching up their defense. They started out, they full court pressure. Now they're sagging back and playing more of a sagging man-to-man. Whereas, I'm not quite sure, but I think Grundy Center is playing like a box and one.
Yep, down low, a nice hook shot off the back of the rim for Brooke Flatter. Later. Comes Dumont. Wallace works the ball around. Now she's got it at the top of the key, drives right. Back to the top of the key for a jumper. No good from Lehman.
I think size advantage is definitely towards Grundy Center, which may down the road play an impact because Iowa City Regina just doesn't have that height.
Yeah, and especially with Weiss out,
Yes.
it's gonna be a huge impact on their inside and rebounding game because nobody else on the team is averaging more than 3 rebounds a game. She has 10. Comes Dumont. Yeah, Regina's running a motion offense here. Working the ball around.
They're really patient to look for the good shot.
Up Lehman, just a little bit up the front of the rim there. She's gotten that look tonight if she can get one to go.
I'm impressed with both these teams. They're real patient with their offense.
Yep, and a
There's
nice
example
find
right
down
there.
there for Kylie Willis, who knew where she knew where she was and turned around and laid it in.
We got a 1-point game. They crawled right back in.
14 guard drives around. Regina surveying the offense, looking for a hole. Kicks it out, whips it around to Kennedy Wallace up front. No good. And a jump ball underneath. And we do have some subs that are going to check in. Earlier, Katie Dunn, number 50, came in for the Regals.
And in for Grundy Center, number 11, Regan Zinkula. Number 31, Sarah Lindemann. And number 33, Cora Sock.
Cora Sock, Sarah Lindemann, and Regan Zinkula come in for relief for the Grundy Center Spartans. Lauren Guard. Yeah, very patient attack from the Regals, just running their motion, looking to make back cuts and to get that top of the key jumper. A nice drive from Dumont, just loses it on a little contact inside, and here comes Wallace, the floor general for the Grundy Center Spartans. Just a little strong on the pass, but it's saved out of bounds. Nice hustle there from Cora Sack. Sack now. Sack again, and here comes a double screen for Wallace. A nice roll there to the basket from Brooke Flater, but just no good. Here comes Regina pushing hard up the left side. And in, a nice soft layup from Grayson Dumont. So here we are with 2 minutes left in the first quarter, and Regina's up at a 10-7 lead. And the foul called there on number 42, Ellie Gahn.
I'm really impressed with both of these teams. Their skill levels, they're patient on offense. They do a nice job defensively and offensively. And I was just thinking when I was watching the game before this one that the skill level really has upped in the 5-player game since, we've been into it for almost, 30 years? No, actually 25.
Yeah, both these teams look calm and patient. They don't look like they have any jitters out there right now. They're running their offense. We've seen at least 4 or 5 passes before a shot every time, and that's something you like to see. Here's Cora Sack. She drives the paint and throws up a floater. Just a little strong off the back of the rim, but it's rebounded and put back in. Lindemann drove the lane, and Sack got the rebound for the putback.
Fouls on Iowa City Regina. Number 23, Kennedy Wallace, her first. Team foul number 3.
Brooke Flatter for the line. Excuse me. There we go. Correction. She'll make that one to tie this game at 10. Swing pass over the top, and Kennedy Wallace will take it off the top of the rim. Battle for the rebound underneath results in a foul on Grundy Center.
Sock.
Fouls on Grundy Center. Number 33, Cora Sock.
Sock will pick up her first foul, and second for Grundy Center.
Oh, nice steal. Athletic move.
Yep, nice hands there from Wallace. She sets up the 3 off the back of the rim. Another battle for the rebound there. We thought it might have got a little quick whistle on that one.
Fouls on Grundy Center. Number 31, Sarah Lindemann, her first. Team foul number 3. Number 35, Kylie Willis checks back into the Grundy Center lineup.
Number 35, Kylie Willis will come back in, and for Regina, Grayson DuPont will check in. Oh, too strong of an inbound pass, too hot to handle there, but wow, love the hustle on that play from Regina. Ellie Gahn couldn't handle the pass, but she really got back in it and dove for that ball. And that's what the state tournament's about, is, you got to dive and get possession. Every possession matters. Every possession's key.
You got that right. You go home if you don't win this round.
Lindemann, a little strong off the rim. Rebounded by the Spartans and put back in. Regan Zinkala got the rebound and nice turnaround baseline jumper. That'll give the the Spartans their first lead. Here goes Crompton on the right side, left side.
I think the Spartans are finally settled down. They're in their groove. They started out not.
Yeah, they got their offense. They've gotten their offense working the last 3 possessions here. Inbounded to guard. She'll reset here. Ellie Gahn, nice moves in through 2 defenders and draws the foul.
That's where you got to slide your feet and cut off the driver.
So fouls here. Grundy Center with 4 in this first quarter. Regina with 3. No player has more than 1 though, so it's pretty spread out. Gahn misses her first free throw. And sinks her second. Now we'll have a quick inbounds here with 10 seconds left for the Spartans. Here comes Wallace. Picks up her dribble. Oh, just short there from Regan Zinkala on the nice drive. They looked like they were trapped out there around midcourt. She broke the trap and drove in. And that's the end of the first quarter here with Grundy Center Spartans ahead by 1 point over Iowa City Regina, 12-11. You're watching CISN.TV, and we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
New 18 Silverado Double Kit 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power Plus, $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
All right, and we're back here at Wells Fargo Arena for the start of the second quarter. So far, Jackie, the first quarter was kind of a slowed down matchup. Both teams wanted to get in their offense and run their plays, and a little bit shaky starting out for both teams. They got in their sets, though, near that end of the first quarter, and were able to execute well.
I think also defensively, Regina came out, pressured, and then they settled back in. And Grundy Center, they all of a sudden, they got some confidence and were able to break that. Now we're seeing a zone, it looks like, that they came out with. So they're throwing some different looks to Grundy Center, which makes it tough.
Yep, and they're kind of testing Haley Wallace there, and she's quick and she's got good handles, and she was able to break through that press. That's probably why Regina, the Regals, kind of strayed away from that, and she'll go to the line here after a nice rebound. Wallace, it's her second free throw, and now the Regals will come out in a little bit of a full court man here with Sydney Matthews guarding the ball. Ellie Gahn. There you go. There's Haley Wallace with those active hands, and she'll lead the break. Wallace uses the screen from Flatter. Oh, and the shot from McMartin just spins around the rings and out. Yep. A long three to answer is no good from Kennedy Wallace, but the Regals get the rebound and find her down low, just a little bit short. So it's Dubont. Wallace, a strong drive to the basket, and she'll take the contact and draw the foul.
She's deceiving both offensively and defensively. Wallace and Willis, both long arms, long legs, and if you watch them, they anticipate well, and they're kind of deceiving. Both quick, have a really quick first step.
And there's a foul on the floor, so it'll be a Spartan inbounds underneath the basket here. Into Flatter, and it's dribbled off of her knee, says the referee.
I don't think she thought that.
Yeah, the fans behind us here are a little unhappy. All the referees behind us in the stands, if you will.
Sometimes there's more than 3 striped shirts in an arena.
Here comes Regina, struggling to break the press a bit. Wallace gets her hand on that one and forces the turnover.
Second time she's done that. She anticipates well.
Yep, she's a crafty player. 77 steals on the season. You can see why. Wallace passes over to Maddie McMartin. Back to Wallace. Another skip pass, and here's Wallace for 3. It looks good and just a little bit strong off the back of the rim. And looks like we're calling an over the back call on that one. That was just an aggressive rebound. The ref saw something there and he called the foul. It's a 5th team foul. Both teams sitting at 5 fouls here with 6:22 left in the second quarter. Ball inbounded to Crompton. She shakes the trap pretty easily. Oh, close to 10 seconds there though. Here's guard, back to Crompton. Drives around the screen, in with the lefty layup, and it's nice good. Move. Yep, a nice move there from Crompton. The Regals' leading scorer at 18 a game.
Now they're back in the zone.
Yep, a 2-1-2. There you go, and that's a look. That's a look that I'm sure not a lot of teams are gonna come out with. So,
or familiar with.
There we go.
That's a nice move.
Yep, the Spartans had no problem getting the ball inside to Kylie Willis, and she finished easily down low. Crompton, a little bit of a mishandle there. Over to guard. DuPont hands it off to Lehman. Back over to guard, who drives the baseline left and kicks it out. And it's good for Grayson Dumont. A nice sequence there to drive and kick for the Regals. And they'll take the lead 16-15. Skip pass over the top for the 3-pointer. Just a little bit short for Maddie McMartin, but they get their rebound. And now Wallace, another little long on that 3-point attempt, but another offensive rebound for the Spartans, and that's big here. Corner 3 from Maddie McMartin, and the coach might be a little frustrated that they took 3 threes and got 2 offensive rebounds, but
travel.
Yeah, usually when you get a couple offensive rebounds, you want to reset and look for a better shot.
Well, I think if they attack, they're going to be more successful. And I said this yesterday, sometimes they pull the trigger too quick on the threes, and you got a whole game. You don't need to really do that at this point.
And we've kind of seen, it hasn't been an enormous impact, but that NBA 3-point line is an impact.
I've seen quite a few girls play back there.
Yep, and the Regina with the quick steal, and Kennedy Wallace with the finish. Kennedy Wallace passes to DeMont for the finish after she gets the steal. Comes Wallace. Refuses the screen and kicks to the corner. Side is
nice move.
Willis there for the finish, yeah. Boy, the Spartans, once you get the ball inside for the Spartans, they know how to finish.
And I think you really got to play to your strengths. I mean, you've got your outsizing Regina, you should probably go inside and use that.
Oh, a nice move there from Grayson Dumont to slash into the paint and finish with her right hand. Well, she's done that. That's one thing the Regina Regals are good at is cutting to the basket and finishing. All right, and then so Grundy Center is going to take a timeout here, down 3 points to Regina, and with that, we're going to take a quick break.
When your car's on the injured reserve, you want to get it back in the game as soon as possible. I know that. That's why you need to bring it here to Westside Auto Pros. I have a team of experts that can fix almost every automotive injury, whether it's a fractured joint, a brake, or if your car just got its bell rung, no problem. We can even do a complete physical on your car to make sure it's game ready for the entire season. So bring your car to Westside Auto Pros and we'll get it back in the starting lineup in no time. Hey, you guys are dogging it back here. Let's move it, move it, move it.
All right, and we're back here with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in the second quarter. Regina has a 3-point lead over Grundy Center, and so far another good quarter of basketball here from both teams. They're really trying to fill each other out though, trading baskets, trying to see what works. Regina's been able to cut to the basket. Crompton's got a couple threes here, whereas Grundy Center works it inside, and they've been able to finish when they get it down low.
I was just going to say 2 different styles of basketball because of the talent level that they have.
Yep, and Regina had to change their strategy a little bit with Weiss out.
I'm sure.
All right, Spartans working it around. So bobbled pass there. They're able to retain the ball. Regina in a tough zone defense. You can see they're educated on D, and they know what they're doing. Wallace in the corner to McMartin. Back to Zinkala. Dribbles through 2 defenders on her. Good handling there. But Regina gets the steal and the run out here for Grayson Dumont.
Carried it.
Yep, couldn't quite control the ball there. She wasn't going to attack the rim. She was going to bring it out, which is a pretty good call, but just a little bit of a bobble.
Sometimes, when you want to push all the time, there's times to push and times not to push the ball. That might have been an example where you shouldn't have pushed the ball.
Wallace off the twin screen and the skip pass over to Regan Zinkala, who just, again, misses the 3, and that's playing into what Regina wants on that zone. They want you to take the 3 over a 2. It's obviously a much tougher shot. Oh, nice pass inside from Grayson Dumont.
Too many steps.
Yep, Katie Dunn received the pass and just wanted to go up with it. Took one extra hop step there.
And I'm sure that she's filling a different role tonight since Weiss is out, because Weiss is the other center.
Yep, and Lehman and Gahn and Dunn, they do have some shoes to fill, and they can do that by committee. That's kind of what the Regals have gone to so far. Here's Wallace surveying the zone. Over to Zinkala. Drives the middle. She had the right idea there, but just ran into Katie Dunn, who got her hands on it for the steal. On guard. Working it around for Crompton, and we have an offensive foul down low. Not sure who they called that on. Katie Dunn.
You got that one right.
Yep, I didn't see her foul, an off-ball foul, I'm guessing. That'll be the 6th foul, though, for Regina, and the next one will send Grundy Center into the 1-and-1.
They're really guarding Crompton tight.
Yep, and on the opposite end, Regina is kind of, their zone defense has really worked for them so far. Down low there for Willis. She does a nice drop step into the hook shot and draws the foul.
As long as they don't hit that shot from the outside, they're going to have a hard time getting the ball in. But on that reversal, she was wide open, and they probably are going to need to do that more, is feed the post, swinging the ball to the weak side, and then passing it inside.
Yep, throw it into the post, kick it out to the opposite side, swing the ball around is how you're going to break down that zone, and you just have to be disciplined with the passing also. She'll hit her second free throw there, and here comes the Regals. Crompton, Crompton is face guarded at all times, even off the ball. Nice back cut. She'll pull up and shoot the quick three. Yep, and as you said, they're face guarding Crompton. Not even really worrying about anyone else. Nice inside pass there for Sarah Lindemann, and she again turns around and finishes to tie the game up at 20 with 1 minute left. So
this has been a fast quarter.
Yeah, it had. They really have. There's been not a lot of fouls and strong play from both sides. Not a lot of subs either. These players have gone the distance here. Crompton, nice crossover and drives the lane for a soft left-handed layup in traffic. Boy, that's why she's got a defender assigned directly to her, because she could slip away at any time.
And she's scoring 18 points a game.
Down low, sack for three, and it looks good, and she hits it. And that's just what we talked about, is going that inside-out game, and there you go, the three falls for them.
They must have heard us over here.
Yeah, I think so. Here's Crompton. Gets her shot off the top of the key and just off the rim. And
they really disrupted her.
Yeah, Crompton she's got 9 points, but they're really hounding her on defense, excuse me, and that'll be the end of the first half with Grundy Center holding on to a 1 point lead at 23-22 over Iowa City Regina. And we're going to have it.
And good sportsmanship. Who knows it's not about the trophies or the medals, but rather the lessons learned. For those who understand, it's not whether you win or lose, just that you give your best. So go ahead, lace them up, take the field, have fun, and play. For the experience, for the memories, for the love of the game. Shields.
Starting to buy trucks at Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. Up to $13,000 off MSRP. Select new 17 Ford F-150s. And up to $8,500 off MSRP. Select new 17 Super Duties. Schottenkirk Ford, the truck stop. Up to $13,000 off select new F-150s. Schottenkirk Ford Indianola. The truck stops here. SchottenkirkFord.com. The Des Moines area.
It's about trust. Whether I'm buying a car, hiring a contractor, finding a tax preparer, or an honest mechanic, the Better Business Bureau seal means this business meets high standards. When I see the seal, I know I'll get what I pay for. No more taking chances and no more worries. And I feel good about supporting local businesses. My life is so much easier knowing I can always trust BBB accredited businesses. It pays to look for the seal. See for yourself at bbb.org/Iowa.
Here on the pavement in B. Being in Des Moines, you just get it through the experience.
I'm a fan of a lot of our fast, casual cuisine.
A little theater, some great restaurants.
There's a lot going on musically.
If you can't find things to do in Des Moines,
you must be boring.
This is a magical place.
All you have to do.
All right, here, and we're back at halftime of the 2A quarterfinal matchup with the head coach from the victorious Trainer High School basketball team. In the last match, they won over West Sioux 54-30, and a good, real great defensive effort from your team, coach, in that game. As you kind of look at the stats here, you held West Sioux under 10 points in 3 of the 4 quarters, and kind of just give us a summary of what you saw and how the game went for you.
Sure. Yeah, we got off to a fast start there, which is nice. When you get to a big stage like this, in a game like this, you want to try to set the tempo. You try to throw the first punch. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. But, I think we got out 8-0 there, and then we kind of stalled a little bit on offense. But our defense kept the pressure on, which is nice. And our defense is pretty consistent. Certainly when you hold them to single-digit quarters, 3 out of the 4, that things will work well for you.
Yep, and what do you kind of tell your girls on this first game of the tournament, to shake off the jitters, kind of that, the first quarter we've seen here, some of the teams they've been a little wild. It takes a little bit to settle in.
Sure. obviously that's a huge factor. Now, 5 of the girls were here last year. All 5 starters were here last year. 3 of them started last year. And then my 2 that came off the bench were not here. And, I'm sure they were a little anxious, but they come off the bench and they kind of get a feel for the situation and the stage. But those girls, they love to compete, and, there's no stage too big for them. And it's just great going into battle with that set of girls.
And, you're going to play the winner here of this game we've been watching. And I know so far this game has been pretty back and forth.
Yeah.
Both teams have really kind of ran their offense, and we've seen Regina coming out in a lot of different defensive sets. You can't obviously plan on a team. You don't know who's going to win yet, a one-point game at half.
You
but
bet.
What do you tell your teams? You said they've got a lot of experience. What do you tell them heading into the second game here at the tournament?
Yeah, both these teams are very good. There's no doubt about that. So whoever we end up playing, it will be a tall task for sure. But, our girls, they're committed to getting prepared and working on what we need to get better. And I'm anxious to see who comes out of this dogfight. Now, it will help either team because they'll be battle tested. There's no doubt about that. So, we'll have to wait till the final here to see who we play, and then we'll hit the film.
It certainly helps, with the 1 seed, and being able to play first is beneficial because you get to watch everybody. You kind of get an idea of what teams are looking to do, and again here we saw it's pretty unpredictable at this point with both teams kind of throwing in different defensive matchups and presses, and we kind of it's just fun to watch the games. It's fun to be down here, and we're glad to have you for this interview.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for being here on CISN.TV.
Yep.
We're going to go ahead and take it to a break.
Excellent. Thank you. Thanks for what you do with the girls.
Has arrived at the all-new Fireplace Superstore. Drop in and check out all the new 2017 patio furniture. At Fireplace Superstore, you will find Central Iowa's most complete outdoor furniture selection for your deck and patio, including gas and charcoal grills, fire pits, and wicker furniture. Get in on the early spring savings going on now. Fireplace Superstore has been creating your outdoor style for over 35 years. Fireplace Superstore just west of Homemakers on Douglas in Urbandale.
And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger. And together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is Iowa.
Your hometown clothing store, the one that had it all, everything to get the work done, all in one place. G&L Clothing is your hometown Iowa store. Stop in and see us, or we're only a click or phone call away. Family owned for nearly a century. G&L Clothing, 1801 Ingersoll, Des Moines.
G&L Clothing, your size, your style, we've got it all.
Hello and welcome back to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, Iowa. This is CISN.TV, the #1 social streaming platform dedicated exclusively to local Iowa sports. CISN.TV, and we're here with at halftime here, Jackie, and we saw a defensive battle in that first matchup. A lot of strong play, a lot of shifting the defenses, and kind of take us through the stats here at halftime.
Well, when it comes to turnovers, we have 9 turnovers by Regina and 7 by Grundy Center. And then we take a look at foul shots. Those are always the 2 areas that I really focus on because I'm concerned how many times a team's been to the line. And Grundy Center's been 5 times to only Regina's 2 times. And then leading scorers, Kylie Willis for Grundy Center with 7. And then for Regina is Mary Crompton with 9 and Grayson DeMont with 9 also. And then Grundy Center has, 4, 5, 2, 2, 3. So their scoring is really kind of spread out, where the majority of the scoring with Regina is just 2 players. Also at halftime, I just found out that the reason Alex Reese is not playing is she blew her ACL the last 5 minutes of practice last night. So that is something that happened. It's not like they had 2 days to prepare for it. It just happened. That could be good, that could be bad. It could have happened down here. It might have been one of those things, and I'm not quite sure what the circumstances were, how she hurt herself. It's unfortunate because you never want to see a player get hurt. And it seems like knee injuries are, for some reason, females are more prone to them. I think a lot has to do with the way we're built, but that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking, and you really feel for her, a player. She's had a great season, as we've said, 15 points, 10 rebounds. A little bit of a bright side of that is she is just a junior, so she'll have a chance to make it back here last year. Obviously, you never want to see that,
Right.
and especially down here at the tournament. And you go the entire season, everyone's healthy, and a freak accident like that happens, and she's a huge impact on the rebounding for the Regals. But, despite that, they're actually winning the rebounding battle 15-11, and they have 7 offensive rebounds in this game. And that really just shows the players stepping up in her place. Ellie Gahn, Katie Dunn, Alexa Lehman, the taller players, 2 seniors there. So, they've been around. They can fill her shoes, and they've done a really good job rebounding so far. As for Grundy Center, they've played well. They got into they've done a good job of responding to all the different defensive looks that Regina has come out and thrown at them. And, it's been even. First quarter scoring, Grundy Center 12, Iowa City Regina 11. Second quarter, both teams at 11. So,
It's going to be a tight ball game.
Yep.
Things like turnovers, things like foul shots, those things are, and rebounding. Those are probably the 3 key areas. And you're right about Iowa City Regina and the different defenses they play. And I don't know if they're doing that because they're shorthanded. One of their better players is not on the floor. But they've done a good job at it. And also, when an offense has to face a zone one time, a man-to-man, at the high school level, sometimes you're not as quick to recognize that. In order for Grundy Center to be successful, they're going to have to hit that outside shot like we saw towards the end of the half. And, we talked about inside, outside. So those are probably keys for Grundy. And on the other hand, for Regina, they just need to make sure that they don't turn the ball over. If they take Crompton out of the game, they still need to attack the basket, and hopefully maybe they can kick to her and she can get a shot that way.
Yeah, that's one thing we've seen with Crompton, a 45% three-point shooter, and she's made 58 of them on the year, and that's just, that's a pretty good, a high-end mark for her. But she's been face-guarded the whole time. She's got an escort, basically, when she crosses half court.
And when she's gotten free, there's always somebody else right behind to pick her up. So they're very much aware of her presence on the floor. And that's, obviously their game plan.
Yep, and she had 4 of 8 there, 1 of 2 from three-point range for 9 points and 4 rebounds in the first half. And it's been a point guard battle really here with Crompton and Haley Wallace.
Yeah.
They both run their offenses so well. And, I've been impressed with both of them so far. And here we go with Regina possessing the ball in the second half. Crompton, a nice back cut. Again, smothering defense on her as soon as she gets the ball. Here come the Spartans working to get it inside, and they do, just a little bit short there from Willis. Good defense on the block from Grayson Dumont.
The post players really have to. She was way below the block. She had a bad angle on the shot. They really need to know where they're at on the floor and higher up so they have a better angle shot.
Willis gets the ball inbounds, and she travels a little bit. Yeah, and going back to that, it's as a defensive player too. You can use that backboard as your friend.
Yes,
If you get your defender behind that backboard, that takes away about 50% of the shot.
That's just like that's just like the inline. Also, is another defender.
There we go with Regina, patiently working it around for a three at the top of the key. No good from Lehman. Here's Wallace over to McMartin, down inside. Another nice pass, but good hands down low. You can't bring the ball down when you catch it down low as a center because, the little players are going to get their hands in there for the steal. Smaller players.
Yeah, I think you said it right. I think they got a hold on.
Yeah, Regina, an off-ball foul there didn't impede their progress.
Team drawn number 1 in the second half. Number 50, Katie Dunn, checks into the Regals lineup.
Katie Dunn will check in for the Regals.
Really, the inside game is going to be Grundy Center's strong point because they almost out-height Regina in every position.
Yep, and the referee's kind of discussing that
last travels,
call there.
Foot.
Yep, there you go from Wallace.
He's got to slow down.
Yeah, you catch the ball, and you're looking to move before you catch it. You're planning your next move, and you just get a little too eager. Katie Dunn will inbound here. A lot of pressure, full court from Grundy Center. Referees again getting it all sorted out over there with the scoreboard operator. Here's Crompton.
We give a little full court pressure here.
Yep, McMartin is hounded Crompton. Crompton off the screen. The pick and pop for three off the back of the rim from Lehman. Rebounded there by Cindy Matthews, and she'll push it and draw the foul on the far side of the court over there for the Spartans. And we mentioned rebounding. Going on a run is going to be key here. And also fouls were key in the first half. They didn't quite get into the bonus, but if one team gets into the bonus in the fourth quarter, that definitely slows the game down, and you can get points without running the clock off. Top of the key, nice pass there to... here we go. We got our stats up, and a nice pass into Cindy Matthews, and she'll finish for the and one.
Fouls on Iowa City Regina, number 50, Katie Dunn. Her second, team foul number 3.
Katie Dunn will draw her second foul. That'll send Matthews to the line. So she converts the three-point play. Regina, the quick inbound here. Dribbles into the trap, passes out of it. Here's Dumont. And back to guard. Guard goes around the screen. A nice play there for a high arcing three, and there's Crompton. She got free again for her second three of the game.
Nice looking shot.
Yeah, nice high arch on that one from Crompton. Matthews with the swing pass. Down low to Flatter, who can't quite control the pass, and it's stolen by the Regals. They're looking to push here. Guard. That's a nice play from Katie Dunn being the facilitator there. There you go. Dunn with a nice handoff to Dumont, and she kind of just sets a screen by being in the area and frees up some space for Dumont to drive the lane for the layup. A little errant pass from the Regals.
Got out hustle. Oh, wow.
Wow, that was a great hustle sequence there just from both teams.
That's one of those cases you say don't ever save the ball underneath the opponent's basket. But that was a great hustle play.
Yep, and Crompton got in there for the layup. And the Spartans swing it inside, and just a little too strong there from Willis on the block. Great heads-up play from Wallace to stop that fast break. The Regals will reset here with a little bit of a two-man game down low to Dunn. Dunn passes tipped and intercepted by Wallace. She'll bring it up the right side of the court here and swing it. Matthews drives baseline, kicks it back out to Willis.
They need to pass and not put the ball on the floor so much, get the defense moving.
Yeah.
And they never reversed the ball. It was stuck on that one side and had to reverse it.
A little less reversing it with the dribble,
yes,
right? More passing, because you're always going to have a much faster pass than dribble.
Well, you get the defense off balance, too.
The Spartans. A bit of a line change in here. 3 new players in. Zinkula passes off to Sack. Nice pass, inbounds to Willis. She threaded the needle on that one.
She's smooth.
And Willis can finish inside. Here comes Regina pushing out, and the kick to the corner. Pump fakes the 3 and resets at the top of the key. Regina's working the ball around the perimeter.
Running the zone. Well, no, a sagging man, I guess.
They're looking for Dunn there at the top of the key. A nice corner 3 from Grayson Dumont, and it's good. So with that, another lead change, and Regina adds to their lead of 3. Another inbound pass to Willis. She kicks it back out to Sack. Wallace passes to the corner for 3, an answer from, was that Zinkula in the corner?
Yes,
Yep, Reagan
yes.
Zinkula in the corner, back-to-back 3s, and that's.
I think that's her second.
And we've got another stoppage, but yeah, every time, it seems like every time a team hits a big 3.
I'm sorry, I was trying to figure out what the official was saying.
We got a delay of game warning on the coach for.
Number 2, Mary Brockton, and number 10, Alexis Lehman. Check into the Iowa City.
For the Spartans, I guess, yeah.
Must have taken the ball out of the net.
Oh, okay, there we go, underneath the hoop.
You were saying something, I was trying to catch what's going on out there. And
Here come the Regals. Here, Coach calling motion out for him to work the ball around the screen. And then there's Crompton. They find her. A good-looking shot just off the back of the rim. Offensive rebound for the Regals, and they'll look to reset.
long shots, long rebounds.
Gone down low. Nice move to
Nice
spin to the left side of the paint and finish. Regina here holding on to a 2-point lead.
Now Regina's extended their zone, so they're forcing Grundy Center out further.
Yep, and they'll take a 30-second timeout, and I think we'll take a quick break here, 30 seconds, and we'll be right back on CISN.TV.
Iowa pig farmers care. Learn more at iowapork.org.
Yeah, and coming out of the Grundy Center timeout here, you mentioned, Jackie, the Regals came out in another bevy of defensive looks, really, and Grundy Center kind of wanted to draw a play up there in case they were going to go to that look again. It looks like they're sagging off here in a 2-3 zone.
But they're really extended out. They make them set their offense probably wider than what they want to. Nice penetration.
Yep, Wallace slips past the defender and finishes on the baseline with her right hand.
Because so many times in the girls' game, you see them run their offense so close together towards the lane. And both these teams do a nice job of spreading their offense on the floor and using the whole floor.
Good hustle by Cora Sack to get in the passing lane and intercept that one. Get it into Willis. She'll kick it out there for Lindemann. No good off the rim. Rebounded to Regina. Three-pointer is up, and it looked good, and it was almost down on the other end of the rim there. We've got a tie-up possession arrow for Grundy Center. Brooke Flater and Maddie McCartan will come back in. Martin works it inside to Flater. Back to Flater inside, and she makes a nice move to split the defenders. There's Crompton. Takes the screen. A nice hesitation move from Crompton to draw the foul on the layup. She kind of, when she went around that screen, she pulled up for just a split second and then drove to the hoop.
Fouls on Grundy Center, number 43.
Compton, in addition to being a 45% three-point shooter, is 88.9% from the line. And I looks like I jinxed her. She's only missed 5 free throws all year, only taken 45 though.
Of course, she's probably more with Weiss in the game. It's probably, that changes things. Maybe she doesn't have to penetrate, outside shooter.
Right, you don't have to drive as much when you have a center in there that can command the ball. Here's Sack, denies the screen. McMartin gets it inside to Flater, and a nice turnaround jumper, just a little strong off the back of the rim. And here comes Crompton. A little bit of a mishandle. The crowd wanted an over and back there, but it looks like she had it under control. Nice move and a block there from Flater. Just in possession. And that'll send us to the end of the third quarter. Grundy Center now holding to a 1-point lead in a back and forth battle here in the Wells Fargo Arena. This is CISN.TV.
It has become something of a lost art, remembering someone's face, remembering a name. They're the building blocks of a strong, caring community. Can you think of anything else more important than that? We can't.
And we're back here at the start of the fourth quarter with Iowa City Regina trailing 1 point, 34-35 on Grundy Center. This fourth quarter is going to be the first team that makes a run is going to be the team that wins this one, Jackie.
They have all been quick quarters.
Yeah, we have not had a lot of free throws so far in this game. Both Another high arcing three there, just off from Crompton. There's Wallace. Over to McMartin.
Somebody come out and help her.
Yep, great defense there from the Regals and Grayson Dumont. Zinkala will reset for the Spartans.
They need to pass.
Yeah, a lot of dribbling off screens. There you go.
Nice job.
There's a nice pass inside to Willis, and if they can find her inside, she can really finish. But that's been their issue is there's been a lot of dribbling, and they haven't been able to really swing the ball and find her open down low.
I'm surprised they don't go high-low with their two post players because there is a height advantage. And maybe they've never run it, it just depends on what their offense is.
So Willis will sink the first one as Katie Dunn will check in for the Regals for Ellie Gahn. Short on the second free throw there, and here comes Regina.
Other than I think at the beginning, wasn't it an 8-0 run by Iowa City Regina, and then ever since
ever since then it's been very back and forth.
Yeah.
A nice strong rebound from Willis inside off the missed three. There's Wallace out back to Willis, and short. She gets her own rebound, nice. And just travels, so the Wallace-Willis connection looking to get something going there. And we have a Wallace for Regina, a Wallace for Grundy Center, and a Willis for Grundy Center. A little bit of a mouthful. There's Dumont working for Crompton, and Crompton has to do so much work just to get open to get the pass.
Yep. Somebody left her alone.
She's got a quick release, no foul. And we got a one-on-one back here the other way. Nice move from Maddie McMartin, a little floater.
That's a tough shot.
Yep, right over the, no backboard on that play.
Crompton's tired. She's had to work for everything that she's gotten.
Yeah, even to just get open to receive a pass, she has to run all around. And you see right there, she draws a foul, but that just proves that she's getting just constantly guarded.
Yeah. Her teammates have got to help her, though. I mean, you've got to screen. If you've got a good shooter like that, and they're face guarding her, you have got to screen for your teammate so she can get open. She just can't do it all on her own, and they kind of, that's what they did right there.
They look for her, they'll kick it out. Boy, Maddie McMartin is a tough defender. And she just has no interest in what's behind her right now. She just sees Crompton in the middle and over on the corner, and that's where she wants to keep her.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't put Wallace on her. As tall as she is and long arms and lanky, and maybe they will at some point.
Yeah, Wallace is another tough defender. I mean, they're very similar players. Wallace is just a little bit more height.
Oh, wow. Nice pass.
Yep, physical play down low, and again, looking for Kylie Willis, junior forward.
Usually, things that happen about 4 to the 5 minute mark when it's a close game like this is really, there's one thing that determines who's going to win the ball game. What's going on here? Oh, timeout. Whether it was a shot you shouldn't have taken or a pass or even a foul, and you come back and you look at that, boy, you say that was a momentum changer right there.
Yep, and we'll take a quick break here as they'll take a 30-second timeout on CISN.TV.
The value of staying active cannot be overlooked in our lives or our young athletes. However, high-intensity workouts come with the risk of injury. If you or your child have sustained a sports injury, Select Physical Therapy in conjunction with Iowa Ortho are here to help with 2 convenient walk-in locations.
From diagnosis through recovery, you'll be put directly into the hands of experts who will evaluate and treat your sports-related injury.
Call us today for an evaluation.
And we're back here with 5 minutes left in our 2A quarterfinal, the final game of this Tuesday day here down at Wells Fargo with Grundy Center and Iowa City Regina. Here's Wallace off the screen. Good defense inside from the Regals, and will force a jump ball off the tipped pass from Ellie Gahn. Active hands from Gahn. Ball inbounded.
Oh, nice
here.
give and go.
Yep, there you go. And that's almost the high-low game that we've been looking for with Wallace, though, the receiver of the layup. And Grundy Center will extend its lead to 6, and in this game where it's been a back and forth battle, a 6-point lead could be big. Here's the 3, and it's good. Alexa Lehman. And that's a big answer there for the Regals. You don't want to get a 6-point lead balloon into an 8-point lead.
Now they're going to run a trapping. A nice job.
Yep, finding Brooke Flater down low for the finish.
Well, that's what I was talking about, where they reverse the ball and then they get it into the post player.
Yep, they ran it textbook right there.
And no dribbles.
Off the double screen and pop, looking for Lehman again for 3, just a little bit off. Well, now they don't necessarily need a 3 every time here. You can still go for 2. There's plenty of time left. 3 minutes and 40 seconds is an eternity in a basketball game.
You want to.
Good active hands there from the Regals, and they'll look to push. Crompton finally gets the ball. She'll deny a screen. Go around another screen and kick it in the corner for 3, and it's good. Kennedy Wallace. Well, we said they don't need the 3, but they'll take them anyway. That cuts the Grundy Center lead down to 2. Grundy Center just forcing the ball inside, and that's going to be their formula if they want to win this game, getting it into Willis and Flater.
Again, that exchange that happened there when Grundy got the ball, they got it taken away, and they came back, they hit a 3. That could be a difference right there. I saw that in one game where the timeout, coach came out with a different defense, got a turnover, changed the whole momentum of the game. So you just never know.
Into Willis. Oh, and she finesses it up. Kylie Willis. She couldn't have seen the hoop for very long before she shot that shot. Here comes Crompton, the senior. She'll pull up from the top of the key for the long 3 off the back of the rim.
They really don't need to hit 3s at this point.
Yep, the Regals still have plenty of time to be patient.
Do it the old-fashioned way, penetrate and get fouled. There we go. Oh, wow.
Gone. She kicks it out. No good for guard outside from 3. So, yeah, well, they have been attempting a lot of 3s this 4th quarter. Active hands there from the Regals, and they'll push it up on the fast break. A 2-on-1 here. Nice pass and finish to Crompton. There you go, and that a 3. This could be a 3-point swing, just like we said there. It only takes one play. One play to finish the momentum like that.
She's got 15 right now, and she's gotten them the hard way. I mean, she's had to work for every point that she's gotten.
That's right. I mean, you could look, if you could track how far she's ran, I'm sure it's, you know, she's got to run 10 feet just to get the ball every time. We'll get a timeout for Iowa City Regina, and we'll go to a quick break here on CISN.TV.
Community doesn't happen overnight. It takes a vision for the future, the ability to turn a challenge into a success, and individuals who inspire new generations of growth. Greater Des Moines has done a lot of growing over the years, and so have we. At Brick Gentry Law, your success is something that we create together. Thank you for making us a part of your community. Thank you for 50 years. Building a
All right, here, and we're back in crunch time in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes left in what's been an extremely tight and fun ball game so far. Grundy Center holding on to a 1-point lead. Regina has just been nipping at their heels, though, with the threes, and they've really just been looking to get back in this one and take the lead. Both teams, though, have answered strong. The second half, the Spartans have really worked the ball inside, just looking to take advantage of the absence of Weiss down there in the paint for the Regals.
Well, Iowa City Regina has not said we're dead. I mean, they have given everything they have. Oh, nice.
Great give and go in there from Sack to Kylie Willis, and she can just finish. That's her 10th point and 8 boards for Willis.
Got a minute 35 left.
Yep, the clock is running. Grundy Center extends that lead to 3 points here. Again, we'll see if the Regals opt to take a three, but they don't. Quick two from Compton, floater in the lane, and that's just a smart play from the senior. All right, no hurry here for the Spartans, but they don't want to get a turnover. Oh, just short. They got the give and go they wanted down to Flater, but she left it a little short. Iowa City Regina will take a timeout here with a minute left to talk things over with a chance to take the lead. And we'll take another quick break here on CISN TV.
Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. New 18 Silverado Double Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. Power price, $99 per month lease. $99 per month. New 18 Silverado Crew Cab 4x4 All-Star Edition. $219 per month lease. 18 Equinox. $199 per month lease. New 18 Cruise LTs. $18,790. Hurry in for best selection. The Power Price Event. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
And we're back here a minute later, and it's the same story in the fourth quarter. Grundy Center clinging to a 1-point lead. Regina just took a timeout. Looks like they're gonna draw. Coach is gonna draw up a play. Jeff Wallace is, you know, this is when you reach into your playbook and you get your best gadgets out.
Boy, you just wonder, is he telling them to wait for the last shot? You know, what's his strategy here?
I think they're gonna look to get it to Crompton, and she hits it off the back cut. A nice drive, and just rims out from Lauren Guard. Now Grundy Center controls the ball and the game. And then the Spartans will take a timeout. I think we're just going to keep it here, a 30-second timeout with 40 seconds left in the game. Yep, so Jeff Wallace got a chance there to drop a play. They had a chance at a layup, just rimmed out, and now it'll be Clint Albertson's turn. A little bit of a coaching duel here, kind of, you know, this is the time. This is what you wait for as a coach. You have a handful of plays you like to run in these situations. We're going to look for Flater and Willis down low, I think. Wallace to Willis. They've been getting that. The high-low action has started for them.
But they really don't need to score.
Right, yeah, they can hold the ball, wait for a foul.
And I'm just looking fouls to give.
Right, Regina doesn't have any fouls to give.
So the next fouls. Oh, 6-3, wow.
Yep, and they can foul him and get him into the 1-and-1, which will stop the clock, and that doesn't guarantee 2 free throws. Oh, dangerous inbound pass there. Wallace to Zinkola.
Oh, I don't think you want these big girls.
Right, you don't want your post players handling the ball just near half court, but you know she's able to hold on.
Of course, I don't know.
it.
Maybe they're good ball handlers. I mean, but to me, they're used to having their backs to the basket and catching and turning and shooting the ball.
Right, I want the ball in Haley Wallace's hand. She's Nick Martin out there.
I would agree on that one.
McMartin will check in for Zinkola. Some big free throws here for Kylie Willis, the junior forward. Oh, and the first one rims out, and we've got
alive.
25 seconds left for Regina. They're driving down here. It's going to be an exciting ending. Looking to get the ball to Crompton. And Coach Jeff Wallace will take a timeout with 13 seconds left. And again, with these late timeouts, he's going to look to draw up a play, but it's going to take a full timeout, and we'll take one more quick break before we bring you the exciting conclusion to this one on CISN.tv.
And here, we don't just dream of a better tomorrow, of a smarter way to do business or live, of perseverance and progress. We inspire it in others. We challenge the convention. We imagine what it means to be better, and then dare ourselves to make it great. This is Iowa, and here, we don't just dream, we make history. This
All right, and we're back here for what is looking to be the final possession of the 2A state quarterfinal matchup between the Iowa City Regina Regals and the Grundy Center Spartans.
13.6 seconds. Can seem like an eternity.
Ball inbounded to Dumont. She goes right off the screen, drives toward the hoop, and draws a foul. And that's a smart foul for Grundy Center to give with only 8 seconds left. They still have 4 fouls to give.
Fouls on Grundy Center, number 35.
And Coach Clint Albertson says if you're going to foul her, you don't want to give up a layup.
Right. You might have wanted to do it out here, though, so they don't have the ball underneath.
Yep. And Albertson's going to take a timeout to just make sure his girls know. And make sure his girls know they have 3 timeouts to give. And just don't foul on a shot.
Shooting, yes.
Yep. Don't foul in the act of shooting. I think
be interesting to see how they handle it, what they draw for an out of bounds play here.
Yep. And again, on these out of bounds plays, you have as a coach, you have plays that you're favorited that you want to go to here, and of course you got to think they're going to look for Crompton on the inside. Grayson Dumont also is a good finisher down low.
If you've never been in these situations all year, though, you can practice all you want, which is a good thing in practice. But to actually execute in the game under pressure, all those elements, part of that, makes a difference on how successful you are when you execute it here.
Yep, and that's a good point. And these teams are both very successful, over 20 wins. And you got to think they haven't really found themselves in these late game situations very often. It's not like they don't get used to you don't think you're going to win every single time. They're competitive, but sometimes you're not used to being in these crunch time situations and you're so successful.
Grundy had one close game with 4 points that they lost.
Yep, Grundy's looking for a defensive stand here. Crompton will be the inbouncer. Look to pass it back to her on the Kicks it out for 3. No good off the rim. Rebounded, another shot. No good. Another shot. No good. 3 chances there for Regina at the buzzer. and Kennedy Wallace just couldn't put it in. Grundy Center Spartans hold on in a defensive stand in what has been a thriller for the 1-point victory, 46-45 over the Iowa City Regina Regals. Wow, what a finish there.
Yeah,
huh?
that was. It's too bad somebody had to lose because that was a well-played game. That's probably one of the better games we've seen down here in terms of the competition. And, you know, for a 2A game, I was really impressed with the level of talent both schools brought to the table today. So Iowa State Regina has nothing to be ashamed of. They played their hearts out, especially with one of their better players that's sidelined because of an injury. So that's just too bad. But my heart goes out to him. Great game. Couldn't ask for more.
And all right, we're going to take one more break, and we'll be back for the post-game wrap-up. And we'll have...
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
And here, we don't just dream, we make history by nearly doubling our clean energy as part of our 100% renewable vision. With this, our energy costs will remain some of the lowest in the nation. We'll create new jobs and boost economic growth. Our air will be cleaner, our state stronger, and together, we'll advance this country's energy future forever. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service. This is Iowa.
It has become something of a lost art. Remembering someone's face. Remembering a name. They're the building blocks of a strong, caring community. Can you think of anything else more important than that? We can't.
All right, and we're back here with the post-game wrap-up of a thriller. Grundy Center, the 5 seed, holds on from 3 attempts from Iowa City Regina at the buzzer to take the victory and move on into the semifinal round against 1 seed Trainer. Both teams improved to 23-1, and that's going to be a pretty good semifinal match on Friday. We're looking forward to that one. Wow, a back-and-forth game. Both teams really just adjusted well, and they both responded to each other well. It was punch for punch the whole time, back-and-forth scoring, and let's take a look at some of the stats here.
Well, let's see for scoring. We have for Grundy Center, the leading scorer was Kylie Willis with 12 points, Brooke Flattery with 11 points, and then Haley Wallace with 8 points. And then on the other side, really they only had scoring out of 5 people. Mary Crompton ended up with 20, so she got just above her average. And then Grayson Dumont had 13 points. When you take a look at the 1-point difference, let's go to the foul line and see if that was a difference in what happened. And we had 5 for 9 for Grundy Center and 3 for 5 for Regina, so they didn't go to the line as many times. Turnovers, actually Grundy had 14, and Iowa City Regina had 12. Rebounding was 24-25. Actually, Iowa City Regina out-rebounded them. So the foul line, getting to the foul line could have made the difference, in the game, but it was a well-fought game, and it was an excellent game.
Yep, and Crompton, fought her heart out with Wallace and Willis. They both came up huge today, and just a really great game overall from both teams. Nothing to be ashamed of, and well, you got to think that the Regina Regals are going to be hungry again here to come back next year, and Grundy Center is just going to keep moving on. And what's really impressive about Grundy Center is it's a team full of juniors.
I was just going to say that. They're going to get better and better. They're athletic, and they're just starting to realize what kind of team they are. I definitely agree with that one.
Yeah, and you can look at their bench also. There's only 2 seniors on this team. They're going to be returning almost everybody.
It was a well-fought game.
Yep, and a great game here tonight. And thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm Joe Danielson along here with Jackie Sapp, and we'd like to thank you for watching our live coverage of the girls' state basketball tournament quarterfinal and semifinal rounds. And we'd like to remind you to follow the Iowa Girls High School State Athletic Union on CISN.TV for alerts on all future state tournament broadcasts and highlights. It's free, so sign in and follow your favorite school today. Thanks for listening, and we're going to go ahead and sign off on CISN.TV.
Thanks for watching our live coverage of the Iowa Girls State Basketball Tournament on the Central Iowa Sports Network. You can check CISN.TV for a replay of this game. The free coverage of today's game was presented by Mid-American Energy, Schottenkirk Chevy of Waukee, Atlantic Coca-Cola Bottlers, and the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union.
And there's a travel. I expect Riley Jacobs